Violent protests and clashes following the arrest of Chinmoy, a Hindu monk and leader of a minority rights group, have exposed the fragile law and order situation in Bangladesh. The unrest sparked by the arrest and resulting in the death of a lawyer at a Chittagong court was led by thousands from the Sanatani Hindus group. And their main demand is that the interim government, which is led by Muhammad Yunus, ensure the safety of the country's 20 million religious minorities. This includes Christians and Buddhists along with Hindus as well. They have faced attacks from majoritarian mobs, is what people argue, and over 2,000 instances of violence have been documented with at least 9 minority members killed, often in protests targeting supporters of Sheikh Hasina's Awami League party, though there is a clear communal aspect as well. But Chinmoy, associated with the Bangladesh chapter of ISKCON, presented an 8-point list of demands, including swift trials for cases of minority persecution, the creation of a minority protection law, and a Ministry for Minority Affairs and 5-day public holidays for Durga Puja. Despite this, the government there has not responded, although Professor Yunus has met with minority representatives and visited the Dhakeshwari temple as well. For a quick update from Ground Zero, we have with us senior journalist from TRT, Mohammad Kamruzaman. Thanks so much for joining us live from Dhaka. Now, some analysts argue that it appears that the Bangladeshi authorities have been granted broad powers to suppress protests, even those that are peaceful and lawful. But take us through what's the current state of affairs across Bangladesh. Is it still very tense?
Actually, the situation is a little bit normal now. The tense is now prevailing regarding the brutal murder of the young lawyer. And you know that already more than 15 people have been arrested, verifying the video footage, and the lawyer who was murdered on broad daylight. So after examining the CCTV footage, police arrested those persons. So investigation is under process. And regarding the safety, security of the minority Hindu people, the government has already stated that they are serious regarding the safety security of all people. Actually, the controversy raises due to the protest of the supporters of Chinmoy, and for the last couple of days there are some video clips that were viral on social media where the supporters of Chinmoy Krishna Das Brahmachari and ISKCON seen they are consulting with their supporters, keeping some weapons just behind them. So among the people there is confusion whether this organization is doing their activities only on religious basis, or they are doing politics here and supporting the ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. That's why actually there are anger among the opponents of this Hindu leader. So based on this, there is tension now. So we are expecting that after investigation, everything will be clear, and ISKCON must clarify that this is merely a religious and spiritual organization, and they have no intention to interfere in internal politics of this country.
Also then, would you say with these latest developments, Bangladesh-India ties have plunged? What's the word on the ground?
Actually, I want to say very straightforwardly that India must recognize Bangladesh as a very friendly country, neighboring country, and Bangladesh is an independent country. So, you remember that Obaidul Qadir, the second man of the ousted Awami League government, in public meeting, in public address, said clearly that if Awami League falls, it means that at least 500,000 people will be brutally murdered. He said this because there were many incidents of extrajudicial killings, enforced disappearances. But after the fall of Sheikh Hasina on August 5, there is no that type of violence. Actually, there were many political violence, and some Hindu people were also the victims of that political violence.
Right.
But it should not be leveled as torturing on minority. But we are expecting that if law enforcers perform their duty properly, and the seriousness that expressed by the advisors and the other officials of the interim government goes on in a peaceful way, everything will be cool, and peaceful environment will be restored.
Well, thank you so much, Mohammed Kamarzaman, as always, for joining us with the latest from Dhaka. We will, of course, revert to you for regular updates, and here's sincerely hoping peace is restored there.